Hi everybody, Rochelle here from Quebec CICHLIDS. Today I'm going to be showing you some very special fish that I got for my breeding colony. So stay tuned because these are some pretty awesome African cichlids. So before we get started, I wanted to point out that this video is very special because this week, my channel, Quebec CICHLIDS, hit 10,000 subscribers. Oh my God. Dropped my recorder, phone. Yay! 10,000 subs, that's insane. Thank you to everyone for encouraging me throughout these 3 years. I think it's actually on like the 3-year anniversary of my channel that I got the 10,000 subs. What are the odds? So yeah, it's been 3 years I'm at this and finally hit that milestone. So I'm really happy. Thank you so much to everyone for tuning in. You guys are the best. Next milestone, I guess, is 1 million. You know, shoot for the stars. So if you're watching this and you're not part of my 10,000 plus subscribers, well, you know what you have to do. Just click that subscribe button down there. For those of you who don't know, I have a local fish store in Terrebonne, Quebec. And in my fish store, half of the store is dedicated to the actual store, selling fish to people, aquarists like you. If you're wondering what it looks like, well, if you didn't skip the intro, you'd have a good idea. The thing that's special with my store is that it's just half the building that is dedicated to the store. The other half is dedicated to my breeding. I really specialize in African cichlids and specifically Olanacara, the peacock cichlid. They're hard to get here in Quebec. It's hard to get good quality, so I breed them and make it less hard for aquarists to get good quality peacocks. But that's not what we're talking about today. I mean, you've probably read the title already. So in my last video, I showed you the fish that were for sale from the shipment, but I didn't put a special fish. This is my Cyphotilapia gibberosa Moba blue Zaïre. They are also known as Frontosas or the blue Zaïre. So I've been getting many messages over the past months. What's happening with your Frontosa? Because before I had a breeding colony and they bred regularly. So I always had some Mobas, some little babies, some juvies around 2 inches to sell. If I didn't, you waited what, 2 months and I had more? It was really not that bad, but in the past year, well, you know, it's an old colony. So nature has taken its course, they stopped breeding. They're less than they used to be. So in an attempt, I could not find these anywhere. None of my suppliers had them and I absolutely wanted high quality or wild caught and I couldn't find them anywhere. So what I did, my coup de grâce was I took the babies that were left, the last babies that I got from my breeder male. He unfortunately passed in the last big power outage. It was just too much for him. He was very old, but it was just a little too much for his little heart to take. So after I lost him, those little babies, I started growing them. And they're pretty big now, and the colony was getting along well. These are F1 babies, so they're really high quality. And yes, the babies would be F2, probably domestic, depending on where you are, how you name the fish, but second generation. And so yeah, I had made my peace with that. I wouldn't have F1 Mobas anymore, I'd have F2s. And then, this last month, on my supplier list, what shows up? 6 wild caught fish for me. Sold them for me. It's written for Rochelle. No, I'm kidding. He didn't know I was looking for them, but they were mine. And I jumped on them and so here they are. They're currently in a 90-gallon tank. They were in quarantine and I wanted to wait until at the same time I move my big F1s, who are adults now, and bring these into the 265, but I don't have a tank ready for them in front because they're gonna be for sale soon, so keep an eye open for that. And so they are going to be going into this 265-gallon tank where my Frontosas have been breeding for years and years. They've always been into, this is a 265, before they were in a 300-gallon tank which was just too big. Like, that 40 gallons made a difference, guys. So a little bit more about these fish. I have been feeding them North Fin cichlid pellets and North Fin jumbo pellets. They're really more fans of the jumbo formula than the cichlid formula. Once in a while, I give them frozen mysis or krill, what I have on hand. I always have different kinds, but just once in a while as a treat. These are not predators. Well, they're technically piscivores. They're horrible hunters. So I don't feed them live food or anything. And they can live up to 20 to 25 years. So hopefully these, since they're wild caught, I don't know their age, but they're pretty small. Usually wild caught, they grow faster in the wild. So they're probably, hopefully young, and I'll have them for a very, very long time. So I will definitely keep you posted on those F1s that I'll be selling and on these little guys and what's gonna happen. Hopefully they'll breed within this year. That would be great. That's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this video, there's plenty more where that came from on my channel. So if you're interested in Frontosa, I made a whole video about this fish specifically, how to keep them, what they eat and everything. If you want more fishy content, because the videos just are not enough, you can follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, and I have a great website where you can shop online and see all the fish I have for sale. As I said earlier, I have a local fish store in Terrebonne, Quebec. So you can come to the fish store and see the fish, or just send me a little email. I'll put the link in the video description to my contact page where you can send me an email there, and I can get you a quote on shipping. So send me a message if you want a quote, because it takes me just 2 seconds, and it's a pleasure to speak with you. So that's enough rambling for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.